Hey, what's going on, guys? Yugioh here, and today I'm going to be profiling my Satellite Cannon OTK deck for you guys. So first of all, we have 3 copies of Satellite Cannon. This is going to be the main boss monster of your deck, obviously. So this card's effect is, at every end phase of your turn, the card gains 1,000 attack. So this is an amazing effect. Also, if you attack, it goes back to 0 attack. So if you attack, its increased attack goes away. It's kind of complicated. Not really, but just a lot of attacks. So basically, you're going to stall out until your satellite cannon gets to 8,000 or 9,000 damage or so, just so that you can OTK your opponent. Next, we have 3 copies of Spirit Reaper. This card is basically going to be a good stall power card. You set him, and then you take no battle damage or life point damage because he's in defense and he can't be destroyed by battle, so very good effect. Next, we have 3 copies of Swift Scarecrow. This card basically just prevents an attack, and it ends the battle phase, so just a very good stall card. And then finally, we have 3 copies of Shining Angel. This card is going to be the way that you special summon the Satellite Cannon. Satellite Cannon is a 5-star monster, so you're going to need to special summon him unless you want to tribute summon, whether it be a Spirit Reaper or a Swift Scarecrow, but I'd highly recommend using Shining Angel's effect. Next, I play 2 copies of Spirit Barrier. Whenever you control a monster, you take no battle damage. So whenever you have Satellite Cannon or Spirit Reaper, you can just activate this, and you won't take any battle damage. Next, Waboku, basically the same thing, but you don't need a monster, but it's only for 1 turn. Roll of Decree, I play 3 copies of. Basically, before you go to attack, you use this, so then you won't get mirror forced or deprisoned, etc. Next, I play 2 copies of Threatening Roar. This card basically same thing as Waboku. 3 copies of Gravity Bind. Level 4 or higher monsters cannot attack. It's a very good stall card while you're boosting up your satellite cannon, and then just before you can bounce it from the field or whatever. And then finally, 3 copies of Mirror Force. Just if your opponent has a lot of monsters in the field, it's a good stall card. Prevents you from taking damage if you don't have a Waboku or a Threatening Roar, so Scarecrow in hand. Or on the field. Next, 3 copies of Swords of Revealing Light. For 3 turns, your opponent cannot attack, so it's a very good stall card. As well as Nightmare Steel Cage. Same thing as Revealing Light, but it's only for 2 turns. Next, MST. MST is not really to clear your opponent's back row, but rather it clears your own back row, if that makes any sense. So let's say you have a Gravity Bind on the field, and you want it off, just use an MST, take it off, and then you can attack with your Satellite Cannon after using Roll of Decree. So just a very good combo. I play 3 copies of it, so that if there is really a back row that looks threatening, or that you just want to get rid of, rather like it might be a dark hole or something, you can just MST it if you think it's a spell card that's threatening. Next, I play 1 copy of Machine Duplication. So let's say you have 1 Satellite Cannon on the field, and it hasn't gained any attack yet. You're going to use Machine Duplication, and you can get 2 more copies of Satellite Cannon onto the field. So instead of waiting 8 turns, you're only going to have to wait 3. Yeah, 3. Okay, you're only going to have to wait 3 instead of 8. Next, 1 copy of Shooting Star Bow Seal. This card is very good. Let's say you get your Satellite Cannon to 9,000, but your opponent has a set card on the field. If you want to get over it, you can just use Shooting Star Bow, and the monster loses 1,000 attack, but it can attack your opponent directly. So very good card to attack your opponent directly and get over set cards. Finally, 2 copies of Emergency Provisions. This is just like MST. You can bounce off cards on your side of the field, but you get life points back. So it's a very good trade. Let's say you have Gravity Bind and you want to get rid of it. Use Emergency Provisions as a quick play spell card. You get 1,000 life points back, and it goes to the grave. So that's my Satellite Cannon OTK deck. Hopefully you guys try it out for yourselves, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. This has been Yugioh, and I'll see you guys in the next one.